So I get this idea because my mom likes making compost with strawberries. Yeah, we jar them, we leave them for whatever amount of time you leave jarred strawberries, blah, blah, blah. And I get this idea, would one strawberry be enough to make a tea with strawberries? And at some point I learned in world building research that people used to use honey as a sweetener. So I boil a strawberry, I leave it so that the juices can slowly emit from the body. And my mom's like, teaches me how to actually make strawberry tea. And the way you do it is, she does it with sugar. I did today, again, with honey instead of sugar. You cut up the strawberry. You only need one, really. You cut up the strawberry. You make it very tiny slices, You cut by length, then you cut very, very small. Like, imagine, like, cutting wild onion. That sort of size bits, like really, really tiny cut strawberry. You toss it in, you apply a little bit of water and 1 spoon of honey. And you fry them for a bit, for a couple of minutes before adding the water. And I add the water slowly. And I'm like thinking about this, why don't more people do this? I mean, what are the economics of actually selling even smaller units of strawberries? Because whenever I buy like a little box of strawberries, I think it's like half a kilo, I'm always like, why don't they sell them even smaller? Because it's strawberries and they're expensive. But I do think that there is merit in selling even smaller boxes of strawberries. And the other thing I think about is, it's really annoying to hold honey, like a little tiny spoon, a teaspoon of honey, and you have to hold it for like half a minute or a minute and change and wait for it to drip down, It's very annoying. And I'm thinking, like, the reason why people sometimes sell chocolate for bread, mushy chocolate, soft chocolate, blah, 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 chocolate cream, whatever it's called, the type you apply to stuff, chocolate paste. The reason why people sometimes sell chocolate paste in glass is so that they can heat up the chocolate by putting the glass in water, so the water acts as a medium so it doesn't break your glass, right? You heat it up from 0, right? Weak flame. Well, we don't use flames in Bulgaria. We use electric, blah, blah, blah. And that turns your chocolate paste to semi-liquid again because it hardens in the refrigerator, right? And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure you can do something like that with honey. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can put honey in the refrigerator as little cubes. So I'm like, why don't they sell little cubes of honey in places? Because it is a sweetener, and it's a lot less annoying. It would be a lot less annoying than just waiting for it to drip down on something. And I'm like, I want people to like comment, like, what do you think about it? Should we make little cubes of honey, or little half cubes, because it's honey and you don't really need all that much of it to apply a taste, but like little half cubes, half the size of regular ice cubes of honey in a solid state. Like, do they sell those? Because I've never seen them in any store, and it's like, it seems like the most obvious thing, and I have no idea why that's not a thing. I don't know. Tell me what you think.